good, YouTube family? It's your boy Shot, and we are back again. Got another video for y'all. Yo, it's time, baby. It is time. Guardians of the Galaxy. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Man, was this movie good? They had all kinds of animals and all kinds of just riffraff, heart-wrenching. Is it gut-wrenching? Heart-wrenching? Gut-wrenching? It was a rough movie to watch. A lot of crazy stuff that happened in it. I'm not gonna spoil it because I think this is still pretty early. I saw this movie it was like a week ago. I've been meaning to do this video. I just been so busy. Jedi Survivor. Content coming out for that. Stay on the lookout. Look, subscribe if you're new. If you're into gaming content, quality gaming content. Subscribe. Movie reviews. I do that too on this channel because I like movies. It is what it is. Hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate it. Look, we about to get into Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Was it good? Yes. Movie was good. I tell y'all the score at the end. Again, spoiler free. They had plenty of airtime for all the characters. So they had your boy Star-Lord, Gamora. She's like the new multiverse from another universe, Gamora. Pretty sure that's how that worked. Nebula, she's a lot less dark in this. She's still pretty dark. She talks about how Thanos replaced her eyeballs as torture. You know, they still have her as herself. And they got Drax being his usual Guardians of the Galaxy version self, with Drax looking crazy and being goofy. They got the other girl with the little, I forget, Mantis, that's who it is. They got Mantis in there, and of course they got tried and true Rocket. He's pretty much like the main character. It's pretty much like a movie about Rocket. It's like Rocket Raccoon's movie. And of course also there's Groot in the movie. So I am Groot's his way through the entire movie, like always. So this movie was solid. There was a lot of decent action in it. Like they hit pretty hard. Like right toward the beginning, there's like a big fight with like all of the Guardians involved, like right at the beginning. And throughout the movie, there's several sequences where all of the Guardians just kind of just go at it with one another. Well, you know, not with one another, but go at it while part of the team against villains. Okay, so the villain in this movie is this dude. What's it called? Like the grand evolutionary, I think is what he's called. Like he's like obsessed with evolution and stuff. Dude is freaking ridiculous. He's a very crazy villain. The only thing I'll say about him is he's great and powerful and somewhat intimidating, but he's not the best. So typical God complex type of villain. You know, I'll leave it at that. I won't go too in depth, but again, a lot of stuff involving Rocket Raccoon and the evolutionary man, played by a great actor. He did good. So he did good. Everybody did good. They had like a little bit of exposition and story about like Star-Lord, but it was mainly about Rocket. Like this movie's definitely about him. If you're into animals and stuff, you will both love and hate this movie. Love because they do right by the animals, like I guess by the end of the movie, but earlier on in the movie, there's like outright animal cruelty in the movie. So you probably are not gonna be too fond of the stuff earlier, but it has a purpose, right? They get around to the good stuff, so you just gotta kind of take it in stride. You feel me? You just gotta kind of make it through that, wade through it. A lot of sad stuff happened, especially again, it's about Rocket. And a lot of stuff about him, and obviously he's an animal, so there's other animals from his past and stuff like that. So you gotta kind of wade through that, and then you get to where it's like all happy again, right? So, you know, again, without spoiling stuff, because a lot of crazy stuff happens in this movie, but man, I feel like they hit all the notes. Like there's like one crazy part with the villain, and like he does something so freaking ridiculous in this movie, and they just start playing like this crazy music. Like it just sounds, they pretty much are trying to elevate him to like godhood status. Like it's pretty much, since he's the evolutionary person, high evolutionary, I think is what they call him. I can't remember if I call him grand or high. I think he's called the high evolutionary. Ooh. If I got that wrong, somebody let me know in the comments. I literally saw this movie like a week ago. I'm starting to forget already. he was a good villain, but the name, like, I guess just didn't stick with me. I know it's the Evolution something, okay? But this dude is so freaking ridiculous. He does something real crazy, and then they just start playing this music where they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, yo, this is kind of fire. It was pretty good, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this movie had, it's just me, it had like terrible marketing. Guardians 3, it had like no marketing, like at all. Am I wrong? I mean, I don't know. At least for me, I would think I'd be their target demographic, like hello, but I feel like I saw like almost no ads. I seen like 2 YouTube ads, and I watch YouTube pretty much constantly. Saw like 2 YouTube ads. Maybe if you got like regular TV, and also like go out a decent amount. You know, I'm not seeing stuff like on TV if I'm looking at sports and stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like for the first one, there was ads everywhere and they were good. Second one, it was like a little bit less that I noticed, and it wasn't as good. And the third one is like the worst marketing out of all of them. So I feel like, yeah, I'm not really sure how well the movie's gonna do. But I did go to like an early screenings anyway, and it was free. Man, it was like hard to freaking get into this thing. Like I found out about it. As soon as I found out about it, I was like, okay, boom, let's go. But it's like hard to get into it. But that's all I'm gonna say about that is we made it, okay? So I got up in that bit. Anyway, look, I'm trying to think what else is there. Like the overall story, again, the overall story is about Rocket. I can't really say much else without going further than that in a high evolutionary. The characters, everybody got good screen time. Mantis, she evolved a little bit in this. Drax is about the same. I feel like everybody's mostly the same, and even Rocket's like mostly the same. Like a couple of the characters kind of changed. You know, there was some conflict between Star-Lord and Gamora because she's not the same person. She's not in love no more, and he is. So it gets like hella cringy. It gets like embarrassing, like humiliating levels. I felt bad for the homie Star-Lord, man, but he comes through, man. Star-Lord ain't no little P word in this. He comes through because, again, a lot of stuff happens, and I'm trying not to spoil like nothing. I'm trying not to spoil like nothing at all, and it's hard to give a good review without really talking in detail, but I'm gonna try. I'm trying right now. So Star-Lord, he shines in this. Like, he did good. Every situation, they put him in a lot of bad situations. And he pretty much like single-handedly figured his way out of like every situation that he was in. I don't recall him having to get saved or nothing. It wasn't like no like woke stuff in the movie that I identified. Maybe if you look hard enough, it's there, but I didn't see nothing. And I love it. It's just a good movie. It was a solid, man. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Man, movie like a solid like 9 out of 10. The only reason why I feel like it can't get high, in my opinion, Guardians of the Galaxy is very difficult for it to go higher than like a 9 for me because of what it is inherently. Like, it's hard to blow me away because Guardians of the Galaxy are already kind of like somewhat of like reject type of character. They're not like Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Panther, like Iron Man. They're not like the top characters. You know, they're like side characters. You feel me? So it's hard for me to feel the weight, and there's nothing that just made me feel like, oh my God, this is like incredible. Like some of the scenes where they were fighting, especially toward the end, they had like really, really crazy fight, and it was just like the choreography was like absurd in this fight. Not like the best I've ever seen, but it was really good. Like the way they did the camera and stuff. Real crazy. It has some awesome music. Like they be hitting on the music in these Guardians movies because, you know, Star-Lord, he loved, you know, putting the little earbuds in and just kind of jamming or whatever. But like they have some really crazy stuff hitting in the movie. It's really crazy fights. But I feel like since they're characters and they're not like main characters, like nobody's like really like that tight. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of like did good with like Rocket and with Star-Lord. And Gamora kind of too, but she's different. She ain't who she used to be. So the stuff did not go well with Gamora. You would have to kind of watch the movie to see what I mean. Like, it's not that it was bad. It's how they intended it. But it's like, man, she's just not the same lovable Gamora that we once knew, man. It's rough.
Came back a total dick.
Almost forgot, I got this poster too. So apparently somebody in the theater, some freaking jackasses went by and they were taking all the damn posters, including out of seats that they were not sitting in. But somebody was kind enough to go ahead and hand me one. Probably some of the people who were taking the mugs in the first place. But anyway, y'all, look, that's my score, 9 out of 10. I feel like it's solid, but I don't know, they have to do something really, really off the wall for me to give it a 10. I can't give it a 10. And some people, I'm sure, probably hated the movie because, you know, some movie critics, they just hate everything. It's like, nothing's good ever. Like, every Marvel movie sucks after Infinity War. Like, that's what some people say. I don't feel that way, for the record. I feel like a lot of the movies, I feel like most of them have been solid. I don't think any of the Marvel movies have been bad to me. Even some of the more woker ones are still pretty good overall. You know, so this one is definitely up there. They did good. I don't feel like they screwed up. Very emotional scenes with Rocket, like incredible. I almost came to tears at one point. I didn't quite make it there, but I was close. You know, I fought it. I fought it. So anyway, y'all, look. Let me know what y'all thought. 9 out of 10? Does it deserve a 10? Is it garbage? Do y'all think it's trash or something? Like y'all hate like all Guardians movies, or you like the first two and hate this one? I don't know. This is, all of them are different. Like the first one, second one, and third one. This one is different too. It's not like the same type of vibe at all, but it is the same characters pretty much. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. I'm real curious because I can't peg what everybody else wants. I know what I like. Okay, thumbs up. Thumbs up if you like what I like. Thumbs up. You thought this movie was straight, or you gonna see it and you sure it's gonna be good? Hell, even if you don't agree, thumbs up. Algorithm time. Look, we out, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on some more Jedi Survivor. I'm trying to go ahead and finish this game, wrap it up, so I'll go ahead and do a review for it before Zelda comes out. That's gonna be a biggie. Big game to play. A lot of time sunk. Big video to make. That's gonna be crazy, man. I'm looking forward to that. That's like, that might be game of the year for me. Love Zelda. Anyway, y'all, look. Enough rambling. We out. I'll catch y'all next time. Appreciate y'all watching. Catch y'all next time. Peace.